at Pac-12 Media Days in Hollywood. This is new UCLA beat reporter Ben Bulch. I'm Lindsay Theory for the Los Angeles Times. Jim Mora took the podium, and of course he was asked about defensive coordinator Tom Bradley and the recently released documents involving the Jerry Sandusky case at Penn State. Jim Mora, of course, saying that they vetted him and that they knew everything that the public knew, but they weren't sure if the new information was something UCLA had in their hands.
Yeah, it's kind of a mystery as to exactly what did UCLA know at the time that they vetted him, and Jim couldn't say whether that this Mike McQueary allegations that Tom Bradley knew about what was happening with Sandusky before the university officials did was part of that. So it still remains a big mystery.
And it's something, of course, that will continue on. Do you think it'll be a distraction, though, for the actual football team?
No, I think, he made his statement. Jim said, that's kind of taking care of it. We stand by him. And I think now that they've all addressed it, unless something new, unexpected comes up, I think this is probably it.
As far as football goes, of course, UCLA was chosen by the media, which we don't vote in the poll, but the media did choose UCLA to win the Pac-12 South Division. Mora said he was surprised, and it was a pretty honest answer why. Of course, you might remember the Bruins kind of got pummeled by Nebraska in the Foster Farms Bowl to end last season.
Yeah, he mentioned that the last two games, the way they ended, it was disappointing. I mean, obviously, you losing the crosstown rivalry game to SC and then going into that Nebraska game, going up 21-7 and then just falling flat. And, that was the big impetus for all these changes on offense and kind of the new look of this team. So I think that they're eager to kind of put all that behind them and go in a new direction.
Not a lot of quarterbacks here at Pac-12 Media Days. You'd expect perhaps Josh Rosen would be here. He is not. A couple of other players representing UCLA, but of course Rosen's always the topic of conversation, now a UCLA sophomore.
Yeah, Jim was asked about, his absence and basically said they wanted to bring upperclassmen, but a little bit disappointing from a media perspective because Josh is such an interesting figure and obviously the kind of the focus of this team. So, we won't get to talk to him until they open training camp in early August. So a little bit of a disappointment from our end, no doubt.
And on that training camp note, week 1 will be at UCLA, week 2 will be in San Bernardino, a little bit different than in the past. All right, be sure to keep it on the Los Angeles Times as we get closer to actual football with Ben Bulch. I'm Lindsay Theory.